Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hanging with Huey. It's good to be back. I know it's been a little while, but transitioning. I just committed a couple months ago to play at the University of Alabama. So I've been there for the summer doing workouts, but I'm excited to be back, and just want to thank StudioPlace for giving me this opportunity once again, to kind of share my story, share my life. So we got a cool episode today. I have one of my best friends, one of my childhood best friends, but my mud brother. His name is Krubel Aylay. Call him Krub. Everybody that knows me calls him Twin. It's my twin. So he's here today to kind of share his story. But we grew up together, and I'm really excited to kind of talk about this. What up, G? So Krubel, can you kind of just tell us about you? Tell us who you are.
I mean, I think the most important thing about me first, child of God first. That's one of the most important things about me. Honestly, the past couple years definitely been rough, like transitioning from like college, working every summer. So God's always been there for me. But other than that, I think another thing that makes me like Krubel is definitely being Eritrean. If y'all don't know, it's like a small country in East Africa. So I was born and raised there for about 8 years, and then we moved to Kenya when I was like 6 or 7. And then after that, lived there for like about 9 months. I say 8 to 10 months. I don't know the exact timeline, but that's when I first learning English. And then we moved to Virginia after that for a year. So then since 2010, I've been living in Orlando. It's where I currently reside at. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
how's it been transitioning from Eritrea to America?
Honestly, it's definitely been tough. Right now, I'm definitely adjusted to it just because, like, a lot of people actually don't even know I'm Eritrean, just because I moved here so early. So, like, my English accent, or I don't have any accent at all. So, they can just say, like, they just think, like, I get, like, American or African-American, sometimes Arab, or sometimes, like, Middle Eastern or Indian, all that stuff. So, even Dominican sometimes. So, people really don't know where I'm from. So, I think this is a really cool idea that, like you kind of got me here to talk about my country as well. So
yeah, I think something that's interesting to me is like obviously there's rich culture here in America, but like Eritrean culture is a lot different.
Yeah,
I've been able to go like hang out with your family, like be in your house or whatever, and I just kind of want to like tell me about some of those values, like cultural values that you guys have.
Let me ask you this first: How did you think of it? Like your first reaction?
My first reaction is like it's very what's the word? I would say like nice is the simplest word, but in terms of like it's respectful.
Yeah,
that's the biggest word. Like there's like a line of how things are done. Like if you have a guest at your house, it's like how much can you give to your guests?
Yeah.
I know you guys like to have a lot of fun. Like when we went for your sister's kind of graduation.
Yeah, for La stuff. Yeah.
Her party, like it was interesting culture. Food's pretty good. Like you've showed me some of that. Your kind of orthodox Christian values.
Yep.
I'd say are different, but also very interesting. But I'd say just overall, it's a very nice, like respecting culture. Like respect those older than you. Just always kind of have like respect to like if you're a guest in someone's house or like. That's what my mom always says about you, like her second son, because like of how respectful you are.
Oh well, yeah. Shout out to your dudes. That's like my second mom as well. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting you say that just because we play like in my culture, we play like a very big emphasis on respecting your elders. So for example, like if a pregnant lady or like an older lady were to be on the bus right now, where let's say we're in a bus, right, and I'm sitting in a chair and there's no other open spots, I would have to get up because that's an older lady or that's a pregnant lady. Like so we do like pay a lot of respect for our elder people, and just because we're a fairly new country, like we got our independence like 1990 something. So I can't remember the exact date, but which is bad. I actually do need to remember the date, but it's a fairly new country. So like a lot of people that are like grandparents, great grandparents, those are people that fought in the war to get our independence. So that definitely is a big role in why we like pay respect for our like people that are older than us. Just make sure because that those are people that fought for our country. So yeah, I kind of see what you're saying now for sure.
When you first got here, did you feel kind of out of place, or like do you still feel out of place at times?
Man, I still feel out of place sometimes. Yeah, for sure. Just because my English wasn't as par, like as the best, and you could definitely feel like you're like a little bit left out sometimes. That's just only because like people don't really know like where you're from or who you are. So like people's first inclination, like first incline is gonna be, oh, if you don't know him, like we're probably not gonna talk to him. So which is all right, to be honest. Like I don't really know these people as well, but you know, as I started to get like my English better and play sports, like playing sports is one of the best things that I ever did, was just kind of help me meet more people and kind of got me comfortable like living in America. So
that's good. English was always kind of easy for you?
Because I started learning it in Kenya and somewhat in Eritrea as well.
So wait, hold on. Before that, why'd you guys go to Kenya first?
It was just kind of an easier way for us to get to America.
Okay.
So my dad was trying to get us in here. So he was actually in America while we were back home. So we all met him in Virginia back when we moved there. So we just moved to Kenya just for like, there was a school there too, opportunity just to learn as well. So yeah, it's honestly like a lot of people don't understand like how grateful it is, America. Like it's one of the best countries to ever live in, just because there's so many opportunities here. And I got a lot of family members that are moving here and stuff like that, just because of the opportunity. So, you know, people don't understand how grateful it is of a country for real.
Well, I kind of want to get into like our relationship and basically how we met. So I'll let you kind of talk about it.
I mean, I actually don't remember the quiet details. I think it's like what, 6th, 7th grade.
I think it was like either 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah, something like that. But I think I asked you to play 1-on-1, right? Because I was just shooting, and I was like, all right, I just need to do something. And I said, let's play 1-on-1.
Yeah. Hold on, let me give a little preface. So my dad and my mom, they got divorced when I was really young. My mom ended up moving to St. Louis, Maryland, and then she's now in Florida. She's been there since I've been in like 5th grade is when so she's still in Florida. Krubel is from Florida. So like when I would go see my mom in the summer, like this is how we met. We met at a YMCA in Florida.
Yep.
Just because I'm from California, but my mom lives in Florida. So
and shout out DPY, if you know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So like we had like a lot of our friend group, called them FGU. Like we all grew up kind of playing together at DPY. Like we would be there literally all day. Like he has to play ones one day. Back then he had longer hair than I do. And we just played ones, and we just play 1-on-1 every single day, or like fives every single day. Like we wake up. It's really when I feel like I fell in love with basketball, because like that's all we do all day. Yeah, we get up when the Y open, we meet there, whatever. We didn't really even have phones at the time, so we would just
shoot. I mean, we probably we did, but we didn't even use that.
Yeah, we didn't
probably
use,
just to hit you up.
Yeah,
shoot. When you go into the Y, all right, let's bet it up. You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly. And when we got there, we would just play. We'd play 1-on-1 all day. We'd play 3-on-3, 5-on-5, like all day long. But like the YMCA, they have like breaks throughout the day. So like I remember they used to play pickleball all the time in there. So like a pickleball break, or like kids camp soccer. So we'd have to leave. So what we would do is we walk to Publix. And we get ourselves either a pub sub, or like we make sandwiches and stuff of that nature.
Bro, we used to roll like 10, 8.
Yeah, I know. Like
Damage, Lay, like, shout out to all the West Orlando boys.
Yeah. Bro. What's Lay's little brother name again?
Kadeem. Shout out to Kadeem too. Yeah. He's funny. But now we used to roll like eight of us deep, like walk all together, bro. We just being kids, man. Like that was fun.
No, exactly. And I feel like what's awesome about us is we didn't really grow up, like, I mean, I guess we've grown up in the social media age, but back then we didn't use it as much as like kids use it now. Like we would just play outside. Like we really play all day. That's really what we wanted to do. Yeah. It was like
we were just outside.
We'd go to the pool, play like Chicken Wars, whatnot.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. This really my brother though. Like since we were kids, like even when I would go back, like
what's 6th grade? COVID, what year is 6th grade? If you do the math.
How old are people in 6th grade?
I say
11,
12 or 11. And what are we, 21 now? I'm
so like 10 years.
That's 10 years. Bro.
Dang.
Yeah, I know you
Got a
10 years.
decade.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, but like, so during COVID especially, like I would stay at his house because I would work out super early in the morning and he would work out or have work or something really, really early.
Yeah.
So we would stay at his crib and we would just sleep, like his feet would be on one end, my face close to his feet, like that type of style. And like we would do that for like a week or two straight.
Yeah, because you stayed
because my mom moved from Dr. Phillips to Lake Nona.
And the what's it called? The LA Fitness you was working out at. It was like 5 minutes down the road. Street. Right.
And from Lake Nona, it's like 35.
And I was working in Lake Mary at that time, right? Okay. Yeah.
But also, what else? What was I about to say? The man, I lost my train of thought on it.
You good, bro.
But there was, anyways, so we work out like that. But before that, okay, I found it. He lived, what's your neighborhood called? Apartment complex?
Metro West or
Metro West. I would live in Harbortown. Yeah,
okay.
I lived in Harbortown. Raleigh Street was like a street over, two streets over. That's when we first met. We low-key lived like right next to each other. But when we first met, we were 11, 12. Like we didn't drive or like knew anybody's. We just meet up at the Y. But we kind of really got close like after that. And then like our relationship was just like this.
Yeah, bro.
Since that summer, really.
Nah, because you would come to this to Orlando like 2 or 3 times a year. Yeah. And we would just hoop. We really didn't do nothing but hoop, bro.
Nah, facts.
Nothing but hoop.
Hoop. Yeah.
Play the game. That's pretty much it. I just feel like guys are just very simple. Like all we do is just you give somebody a ball and just a video game, we'll be all right. Bro.
And then you kind of got into I played baseball up until high school. I played baseball, football, and basketball up until high school. You didn't play baseball really. You played soccer, basketball, and then you played football in high school. But like he got into baseball at one point, so we played catch.
Yep. Started playing catch. Shoot, it got to a point where 2021 we were so bored with like the game and whatnot. We started picking up MLB, and I never played MLB before. Yeah, and we were playing every day, like every day in the summer. Like you would do your workouts, and like I would go to work because I was working in Charlotte at that time. Oh yeah, this was like 2022, right? Yeah, so you would work out. I would do my stuff, and then you would just hit me up, be like, yo, like, what's good? And we all get on the game.
Yeah, we all got on the game. Like, last summer was probably the most fun. Like, that summer was elite because, like, my whole team, we would all be on Fortnite. Yep. He would get on Fortnite. Like, he was a part of the team group chat almost. But he's come out to many games. But, okay, I low-key do got a good story, though. So, I'm very competitive. He's very competitive. We don't like to lose. So there was one day at the Y, and I'm not going to say like everything that was said, but like we got into it in like front of our friend group or whatever. And like, I guess either he hit a shot or I hit a shot. And like, I remember like, I think I hit a shot and I said something crazy. Yeah. And he swung on me and we fought for like 5 minutes or whatever. Yep. And then like the FCA, like basketball league council, like split us up. And then we went to the, they brought us to the main lobby or whatever. Mm-hmm. They sat us down in 2 separate rooms or whatever. And we both got suspended from the Y for like 90 days. But the good thing for me is though, I was going back to California in like a week or 2.
Yeah, exactly.
So it wasn't as bad, but like literally after like,
and I was about to start school anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So it didn't really affect me as much. But you know what's funny, bro? What? The funny part about that was I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was like me the last time we was ever gonna be cool. But I
thought that while my emotions were hella high.
Yeah, exactly.
But then once it died down.
Yeah, like, 20 minutes later, I literally texted you. I was like, you straight?
Because I was still there because I was waiting for my mom to come get me.
Yep.
And I was just waiting there. And he just texted me and then we was like, bro.
He's like, all right, bro.
So
that's
we thrown him.
But
we getting some screaming matches, like, but this really my brother though. Like I love him, but that's pretty funny. Oh, also at the Y we lift. Like I remember we lift, swim, we do everything.
Bro, our parents would literally drop us off at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and they wouldn't pick us up until like 6, 7 the next that day.
But sometimes like the Y would be lit, and like there would be like circles of people like baking each other.
Yeah, bro.
And that was hilarious. Like I don't know. I suggest if you. Florida is hilarious. Like
that's what I was going to ask you.
Florida are unreal. Like what's the Florida man, like you know the meme of the Florida man. Yeah. Like people in Florida they don't really give a fuck. Really, in my opinion, like they do not. Like they don't care. Like They just it's funny.
It's our own, like we really on our own country.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
exactly. And like especially the Haitians, like that, because there was a big Haitian population in Florida. Like the Haitians were like comedy. Like
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, that's
we'd all hoop and then we'd be waiting to get in the gym or whatever, and like dudes would be baking each other.
let me ask you this then, right? Coming from like Cali and then like living in Florida, like what's the cultural difference there in terms of like?
I mean, I'd say it's a huge culture difference.
Yep.
Like obviously, like California is very, I'd say like very far left in terms of that. Especially, I grew up in the Bay Area, so like that culture's a lot different. But the Bay Area has crazy, like crazy culture. I'd say like I love the Bay, like the people, like everybody's super cool. But the lingo like y'all use and like jit, like
Fa.
like I don't know. I thought Florida is like hanging around y'all is hilarious. Like you, JT, DJ, Jalen, Branson, like Gabe,
C.
like C,
Yeah,
exactly. Like, y'all are hilarious.
And like for me, what was I gonna say? For me, when I came to Cali that first time I visited you, I think it was like after I graduated
In high school? Yeah.
After that, I think I had like in Florida, okay, or in the South, like if you have like something stuck in your mouth, right, or like some spit, you like spit it out on the side of the road, right? And I think we were hanging out with Lennox and Katie, and I spit that on the side of the road, and I think Lennox and Katie looked at me kind of weird. I don't know if they remember this, but I remember this vividly. They were like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" They was like, "That was disgusting." I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, people don't. Yeah.
And I definitely see like the South and California, or like Florida, California specifically, is like very different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That the humidity is like, that's the most different part for me, especially now being in Alabama. Like the humidity is crazy.
I like Cali though, bro. I'm here every year.
Yeah. I mean, I love Cali. I'm a California kid. It's just like, it's so pricey. Like being like, that's one thing, like being in Florida and being in Alabama, like I see gas at like $2.17 or like,
I'm kind of sad
I'm
that
like,
you
wow.
transferring to Bama because I don't got no excuse to come to Cali no more, bro.
yeah.
I gotta go to Tuscaloosa.
Well, yeah. Shout out to
No, I'm just playing, but shout out Tuscaloosa.
Yeah. So actually that's kind of a good turning point. Like, obviously like you take your work pretty serious. You're like, really what it is like, he does work in engineering, but he's like a real hustler. Like he's just a grinder, man. Like he loves the grind. He likes staying busy, likes making money really. So like, obviously like tell us about like your schooling. Like I know how important that is for you. Like you could have played football in college, but you decided to kind of go this route. So
yeah, and I actually want to shout out to my pops on that for a lot, because he was the one that kind of instilled like that mentality into me.
Yeah.
Like growing up, like my pops, my dad, like my pops, my mom working 2 jobs, my dad working a taxi job, like driving 12 hours a day, you know, and he's still working right now, still trying to get by, which I really respect. So I still pushes me, motivates me to get better and whatnot. But yeah, he instilled that like that hard work, like that like mentality into me, like probably since I was born, just because he knew that the advantages of living in America and like how many opportunities there are here. And then you just got to take advantage of them, because there's people like really dying to get here. You know, there's people coming from different countries trying to get here. So, honestly, like with that, with sports, I honestly felt like how I thought about it with football was because I played football for only 1 year, and I mean I got Division III offers. Nothing.
Yeah, but I mean you could have gone to school for free though.
Yeah, not for sure. But one thing about that was I wasn't really as passionate about it as I was with school, and I felt like there was other ways that I feel like I could have approached like my future career like differently. So I felt like going to school was going to be the best decision, like going to Florida State and joining that first generation program. Shout out CARE, and yeah, that was definitely like a really good decision for me.
So what like kind of what career are you really chasing?
Right now I'm trying to get into so I study electrical engineering at Florida State University, and right now I'm chasing basically any type of career in like electronics, hardware, but I'm really kind of more focused on like after I work like maybe 15, 20 years, maybe want to focus on real estate more. So just trying to do real estate and get into the hardware, like just other tech company stuff, all that good stuff for sure.
That's dope. So we were able to link up because right now you're working in Phoenix.
Yep.
And Phoenix about like 6 hours away from where we're at right now. So kind of tell us what you're doing in Phoenix.
So right now this summer I'm working in Intel. It's Ocotillo site in Chandler, Arizona. So I'm basically just doing like data analysis stuff for the manufacturing sites. I call like a fab. It's where they like basically build like the transistors and chips for everything that you use for like iPhones, computers, basically a lot of the stuff that is in this room, all this media equipment, all that stuff. Intel probably has gave them some chips to use. So I basically do some data analysis for that, and just working there for the summer, trying to get like internship experience. Kind of how like in basketball where like it's AAU, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to in the summer you want to like get as much experience as you can. So right now I'm just trying to get as much experience as I can for the industry in the future.
That's dope, man.
Yes,
like who would you say like a couple of your role models are in life? Like, I mean, I can say one, like if like obviously Nipsey Hussle, like that's kind of really what I wanted to, because like, you
Nipsey
align
for
with
sure
him in a lot of ways.
Yeah, Nipsey for sure, just because Nipsey's if y'all don't know, Nipsey's like half of Richmond. His dad is Richmond, and I actually didn't really listen to Nipsey before he passed. Like I started listening after, because I always knew who Nipsey was, just because like we're a small country, so we're gonna know who all the celebrities are, like Ruby Rose, like all that. Like she's like half of Richmond as well. Yeah, she's half of Richmond. So yeah, exactly. So you're always gonna know who the Richmonds are and whatnot. But I started listening to his music, trying to see like what he stood for and what he believed in. Why I was like, why is everybody like this dude so much? And I started listening to his music, started to like see his documentaries and whatnot, see like the community he had, and honestly like one of my role models for sure. My dad, my mom, and for sure, those are honestly like people I'd say that I kind of look up to for sure.
Like kind of like a last question for you, like what are your goals like in terms of your life, like you want to live? Like what are some of your like future goals? Like, man, you can talk about career, you can kind of go past that.
You know, I was thinking about that, man, but honestly, and we talk about this all the time, bro. Like, what do we want to do in the future? And like I know like with you, like you want to hoop and whatnot. But but we always just talk about like what do we want to do like after everything, you know, is settled down and stuff. I just want to be happy. Like whatever I'm doing, I want to be happy. I just want to make sure like I'm living the life God wanted me to live, and honestly, if that's what I could get, then I'll be happy, man. So, like you tell me, I'm a simple man. Yeah. I don't really do too much. I don't really really need a lot of stuff, but just try to be happy, and then I'll be fine, bro.
No, that's facts. Yes, so I just want to thank you for coming on the show, and I kind of want to go on a little tangent here because I kind of was just thinking about it. So I was just at this SEC leadership meeting out in Dallas. Yeah, and it's like for basically SAC, which is like the student athlete like leadership council, basically. And while I was there, like they had a speaker to come and talk. His name is Will Baguette. He works for like College Football Playoff, kind of an entrepreneur. And he said, like the greatest distance between people is perspective. And like that kind of rained on me because like a lot of times like we all have our own certain perspective about life or about certain things. And like a big reason why I wanted you on here is like I've had a lot of guests talk about like basketball, like kind of like that sport kind of picture. Yeah. But like, you know, like as much as I love basketball and I have a pretty obsessive personality and like I get wrapped up in it a lot, like life is like much bigger than it. Like really what's important to me in life is like how you can like impact other people. And bringing you on here is like we met through basketball, but our relationship transcends basketball. Exactly. But like I'm really thankful for like how basketball and sport has brought me some of these relationships. But for like if you're a young kid out there or you're my age, however old you are, like you have so much in life. Like you can put if he is the great example, like him being an immigrant as well, like for all those who have friends or who are like immigrants, their perspective is a lot different than like mine on things. And so you're seeing like he comes from like a country where like it's like third world. It's very like it's a struggle.
Yeah.
And like his ability to just be grateful for like all the little things and like keep pushing and hustling is like motivating for like me, like as your friend,
That's real.
as someone that I love. And, you know, I just think that's important. Like basketball is a very fun game and sport is a very fun game. Like it's a microcosm of life. It teaches you lessons that you'll have to deal when like the tough shit comes, like whether that be a divorce, for instance, or you're having problems with your wife and stuff of that nature. So, you know, like basketball can bring a lot of great things. Sport can bring a lot of great things. But like you said, like you kind of use sport in high school and like growing up to like build friendships, build relationships, kind of build your life.
Man, you know what's funny? If I didn't play sports, I don't know what I would have done, because I used to be a really bad kid in elementary. Like, and it's funny.
Was I.
You could ask my mom,
Terrible
you could ask my sisters.
issues.
Like, I'd had terrible behavior issues. I'd always act out. And I think that's probably just because of I was just really adjusted to like to the school life here in America and whatnot. But man, I think my mom, she sent me down to the school, Orlando Science School. And I know you know that school too.
OSS.
It was like 300 people, it's a Turkish school. There's like a lot of Turkish people there.
Really?
It's like all run by Turkish people. They teach you Turkish, bro. Like I don't even know how to count the Turkish from 1 to 3.
Really?
Yeah. But other than that, I ain't learned too much, you know what I'm saying? But it was like a discipline for me, honestly. And I was still like kind of misbehaving here and there. But my mom, she gave me this talk. She was like, you're gonna use sports and you're gonna use school, and you gotta stop being a bad kid. And my parents too. And that's what actually allowed me to go to a public high school, because if I didn't like fix my behavioral issues, I'm stuck in OSS until like I graduate.
Yeah.
And I probably would have met FGU. We probably not even been as close, to be honest. So it's funny you say that, just because like sports, honestly, like it kind of set a discipline in my life for me. You know what I'm saying? And just going back on what you said, like how you say I motivate you, like my perspective. Like, bro, I look at you, how hard you work, and y'all, like this guy, he didn't come to Alabama easily. Like, if y'all seen what he had to go through, I mean, schools passed up on him. Schools giving this guy an offer, but he didn't give him an offer. This guy definitely went through it, like losing seasons of Pepperdine. Like he didn't get this easily. So you doing all that really kind of motivates me as well. So
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Real shit, bro.
No, I just really want, like, for everybody out there listening, like, life is so much bigger than you.
Yep.
Like, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. Like, there's a lot you can learn. And sometimes we get so wrapped up in, like, within our own life that we forget, like, God gave us an opportunity to impact people and really love people and, like, create relationship. And, like, at the end of the day, like, that's what is going to matter. Like, the ball is going to stop bouncing for me some point. As for you, your career, you'll retire one day.
Yeah.
So it's like, how did you live your life? How did you lead your life? And you know, like I'm very fortunate for this friendship, bro. So I really appreciate you coming on.
No, I appreciate you, man. No, real stuff.
Yeah. But once again, I just want to thank StudioPlace for, you know, giving me this opportunity to kind of share my life. And once again, it was a great episode of Hanging with Huey. And we got another one coming in a couple of days. Thank you.